But
I don't know what he's gonna say next.
Hello to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my live YouTube stream in which I talk about common sense and different topics and subjects and everything under the rainbow, down the rabbit hole, not up your asshole. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or rest, you put it down below. I can see everything. I see y'all. I got a head. I got eyes in the back of my fucking head. Today was a great day for me, and today's topic will be let's see. Okay, so we have already. Okay, the two topics for today for me will be what is it like to live in Ethiopia, and your questions about it, and also, have you been bullied in school? How did you overcome it? And Mikey wants to talk about why I believe fools chase the bag, aka money. Okay, and why do a lot of men run from home to play in the wilderness? Right? Okay, let's see. Let me put this here. Put this down here. I'm looking for it.
you should post the questions up.
Okay, yeah, I posted it already. I posted the questions. So who are we going to talk about your questions, Mikey?
Oh, Thomas and Maurice don't have no questions?
No, they didn't want to. Okay, I think they would probably want to buzz in when the right time occurs. I don't know. You got to have things.
Now give us more time.
Okay, because see, everybody want to talk about. So far, the most popular topics of the world right now is Biden getting the election. Okay, and I've talked about that so many times. How Biden was going to win because Trump didn't defeat those three things. Don't you agree, you guys? The mail-in ballots. The mail-in ballots is something I never heard of before. Have you heard of this before? This mail-in ballot stuff?
No. What is it?
You know, if you mail, you know how many lazy people who are willing to vote democracy simply because you're at home. Okay, think about it.
So it's just basically what you're trying to say is just black people are lazy.
Well, black people don't vote anyway in the hood. Okay, we know that shit. In the hood, niggas don't vote. Okay, niggas do not vote. They get pussy money weed is in the hood.
Whoa, wait.
That's
1 minute.
not true.
Wait a minute. You said black people and used
in
the word
hood.
nigga. You put black people and niggas in the same box.
It's a difference between black people and niggas.
Exactly. So you said black people don't vote, but then you said niggas don't vote. Which one are you talking about? I want to make that clear.
Talking about both. As a matter of fact, I'm really talking about black people. There's three different types of Negroes. Okay, three different types of Negroes. I'm a Negro. That sounds like an educated term. When I say the word Negro, to me, it's like I'm just a black person. But if you say black person, to me, it means that 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be Republic. Black people are usually not Republicans. And so when you say black people, I'm like, which party are you choosing? Most of the time, they're going to say a Democrat. They're going to be Democratic. They're going to be Democratic. And top of that, they don't really care. Okay, so when you say that, now who's texting me here? Hold on.
That's the government getting your ass now.
I don't know who the hell that is. Okay, hold on for just a moment. Somebody trying to call me. I gotta put it on silent.
Yeah, I heard of Biden's acceptance speech.
I gotta refresh myself.
No.
You should listen to it. It's pretty good.
Hold on just a moment here. I gotta
Somebody just sent me.
You notice we can't hear now. We can't hear you.
He know. He's trying to fix it. Yeah.
No.
Oh, he left. Man down.
Man down.
I like your tag out there, Frankie. I don't know.
I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
There you go.
Hey, hold up.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta put.
Joe, don't come looking for me. We'll keep that over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Love
I'm not. It's
America.
like you know how you get on the YouTube, you get live or
America's
something like
great.
that, and someone wants to call you at the time that's allotted. I hate that. I really, my daughter trying to call me, my wife trying to call me. I got no time for that. This is called me to get in the house. I'm trying to be on the screen. Okay? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we was talking about how the male fraud is more likely to occur, and how black people. I was talking about the difference between a Negro. A Negro to me is like someone like Homicide or Martin Luther King. Okay? You know, they're more Republican. They understand what they're talking about. Okay, but when you say black people to me, it's like most of them are not of a republic.
I don't know he's back on or not.
Okay, let's get back to your topic. Your topic was the fact that you said most black people usually go Democratic.
Mm-hmm. And so when you talk niggas in the hood don't vote at all.
Research enough.
You
A lot
don't
of black
even need
people
to
are
research
Republican.
that.
A
Niggas
lot
in the hood
of
don't
black
vote
people
at
want to
all.
own their own.
Okay, so this Biden thing was set up. So Trump had to stop that. I said that why ain't Trump stopping this mailing ballot stuff? I don't understand why he's allowing this mailing ballots. Because you already know I sent the video showing that there was a woman talking about fraud early before it even started. He said there's codes on the mailing ballot. When you mail it, they can tell which ones are Trump and which ones that are not Trump. Okay, I sent that video. And a lot of people must have didn't get the video. Okay, and then on top of that, you know how you got businesses closing downtown in New York, right, Manhattan, right? So obviously they're not going to vote for Biden. Okay, so we already know the small businesses, okay, and even the middle class don't want to get taxed. So you already know something's now. You know that Biden won by a landslide. They say he won more than Obama. Okay, so I don't know what's up with that. It's the mail-in orders, the mail-in ballots, the media, and the Black Lives Matter movement. That's the downfall of Trump. And I said that if he don't nip that in the bud, there's no way Trump is going to win. I said that in one of my videos. But we can talk, what are we going to talk about now? Are we going to talk about our topics now?
We can talk about our topic. Let's talk about your topic first.
Okay, my topics are basically, let me see.
Going back to Ethiopia.
What is it like to live in Ethiopia and your questions about it? Have you been bullied in school? How did you overcome it? Okay, so let's talk about Ethiopia. Have you ever been out of the country ever in your life?
I've been out of the country.
Okay, yeah.
I've been out of the country.
Okay.
I've been to Jamaica. I've been to St. Lucia. I've been to the Bahamas. Paper. Yeah, I wish I still had that money, but
I ain't been none of them places.
I've been in the Bahamas.
I've been to North Carolina.
You've been to the Bahamas.
Yeah, the Bahamas. Yeah, is it Bahamas? No.
In Delaware.
Trinidad?
No, Bahamas. Where's
Brazil?
Paradise? Where's Paradise Island? I think it's Bahamas.
Bermuda?
Barbados.
I've been to Barbados, yeah.
Oh.
One of those. I know, probably Bahamas. I don't know. I've been a couple places.
Been so many places you can't even remember no more.
I've been to Cancun. I've been to Cancun also.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
But it's not as far as you've been. You've been overseas.
Yeah, but it's I believe those areas that you mentioned are south of America. They're on the bottom side.
Right.
Okay.
They're like hot places where you go vacation at. Oh, I've been in Mexico too, even though it's the same island.
No, I've been to North Carolina and Delaware.
Okay. Is Mexico a part of the United States? I was just wondering.
No, they don't claim it as a part of the United States. What are you doing down here?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, you heard that? Get your butt upstairs.
This is the man cave. What you doing? Okay.
I've been to Mexico. Yeah, I've been to those places. All the places were different, you know. I've seen pyramids and things like that. All the places were different. You can see the totally
Pyramids
different.
in Mexico? There's a pyramids in Mexico?
Yeah, you know what's the name of those? What's the name of the people that the Mexico people? Thomas, it's in the book. What's the name of the Mexican people? The Mexican people praise like they're like kings.
The Aztecs?
The Aztecs, yeah, the Aztecs pyramids. I've been there.
Really?
Yeah. That was pretty well. You can see in those places things are totally different. You know, in those places things are totally different. Like from America to there, it's a whole different world. Oh my goodness! So I can imagine Ethiopia. I can't imagine what it is like in Ethiopia, and these places are close to here. And
I love when living in Ethiopia was like paradise for me, because even though that they didn't have good power and they didn't have a Kentucky Fried Chicken or a McDonald's, and their country's not really developed, it is a republic.
Why you need those?
And what happens is that when you're living out there, you're gonna have to watch where you go. Like if you're going near the rivers, it's not a good thing to do, because there's mosquitoes with malaria out there, and I never got my shots. I thought I had malaria shot before I got out there. I did thorough research on Google Earth. I'm a walker. I like to walk for hours at a time. Okay, so there's not a distance that I can't walk. And when you live out there, everybody, the women out there are pretty docile, but they don't act like American women at all. And so I make videos talking about them. And you shouldn't go out to no country without doing your research, because if you go to a country without knowing your laws, you can get arrested. Okay?
Very easy.
Yeah. So I was protruding as like, I was looking like a Muslim, and they gave me high respect. And everybody asked me if I was a Muslim because I wore the skull cap. But I didn't get any disrespect. And there's no weapons out there either. Black Ethiopians are not really Africans. They're like cross between Semites and other races. They're like a slave country, but they don't know that. Okay, they don't know too much of their own history. It's only President Melez and some Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, but all those individuals were kings who had slaves in that country. But other than that, they tried to be conquered by the Italians, and over 8 million Ethiopians died there too, and I was shocked. You'd be surprised of how much history it is in Ethiopia. They have a 13th month in Ethiopia, right? Called Puma. And I said, I believe that I was born in Puma. And my wife said, how do you know that? Because I don't feel like I'm a Sagittarius or a Scorpio. And that's when I started learning about the Orpheus zodiac sign, which is the 13th zodiac sign. When you go out there, their food is very flavorful, but you don't want to eat their meat, because their meat is truly ox meat, and it's chewy. Okay, I had to bring my wife and show her the Ethiopian restaurant in America, and the food was exceptional. Okay, same food but better texture. Okay, it's really nice to live out there. It's usually warm 70% of the time. And there's a rainy season like near October, November, and December. That's the rainy season. And if you have any questions, just ask me, and I will talk to you about it. Okay. But other than that, it's pretty nice. They had a basketball court out there, and I was shocked that I saw Ethiopians playing basketball. There's one kid, I was like, he loved basketball. They usually play soccer out there or football.
Yeah.
Okay, they play soccer.
Most other places play soccer. Only America is really big on basketball like that.
Yeah, and so out there they are mostly the males are outside playing sports. Okay, and the females only come out at night, which you don't want to get involved in, because most of the females are no good. They're called ladies of the night, or they're called bar ladies. Okay? And it was really nice out there, very healthy. Most of the food is more organic. There's no kind of bioengineered foods. Okay, you have to go to the supermarket there in that country in order to get really tasty foods. You have to go to the supermarket. If you go anywhere else, everything is chewy. Everything is chewy. Okay, there's no soft foods there.
It has like more of a
cow.
game, have more of a gamey taste.
Yeah.
That's because it's
really
freshly killed.
Yeah, freshly killed food is not tasty. Okay,
You gotta let it, we like our food. We like our food halfway
processed. Our food is processed. Okay. Yep. They got the spices and the chili is so good out there. Their breads, their sauces, it's exceptional. And I'm glad that I told my wife that in America too. I said that look, you taste the difference. Okay. But other than that, they usually serve injera out there. They serve injera. And injera is high in iron content. Okay. They do have shitholes in that country though. If you leave Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia, you will be traveling into a realm of shitholeness. Okay. And they have holes in the ground, literally. There is no sewer system. Once you travel outside, it takes the ride is pretty long, 2-3 hours, man, just to get to one destination to another. Very inconvenient, but we're still developing the country little by little. So, what you have any questions for me about Ethiopia?
No, I don't never plan on going there.
Yeah, yeah, it's not really a fun place to go out if you don't have nobody you know out there. It's just you're just going out there because it's nice temperature, and that's it.
You don't have toilets there?
Yeah, they got toilets there. Yeah, the house that I moved into when I was living with her dad, my wife's dad, they didn't have a toilet there at her house, but I moved into my own place. And guess what? To live out there is paradise if you can afford it. If you retire, living out there is paradise. Trust me.
So tell me, what about the banks? How are the banks out there?
You get free cable. Housing is if you can get a house for like $170 something a month. Electric is cheap, water is cheap. It's just super cheap.
All right, what about work? How do people work out there?
Well, it's not advised. No, Americans cannot have a dual citizenship, so you can't really live out there. It's illegal.
A dual citizenship.
Yeah, you can't have a dual citizen because I tried to do that and he was like, no. And then on top of that, you have to give up your rights to be an American just to do that, which you can't do. You don't want to do that. But other than that, most Ethiopians work for like 500 birr every month. They get very low income. $1 is worth like 33 birr now. It's increasing over time, and so the dollar is worth a lot in Ethiopia right now. The first time I lived there in 2012, right? And the dollar was worth 21 birr. Now it's worth 33 birr. Okay,
that's good.
I want to go back out there, but I don't have no purpose to go out there because I haven't. I compare Ethiopian women to, just like every other female in the world, but they're nicer. That's all. If you go to another country, they're just nicer, more docile. They don't have those attitudes and all that stuff that American or Western countries have. They don't have it. That's the problem.
They're more feminine.
Yeah. But the problem is that they're not virgins either. So most of them are not virgins. If you're living near the capital of Addis Ababa, they're not virgins. Okay, so that's one of my experiences. I've traveled abroad and talked to lots of women out there. They don't usually live with their parents either. They live with one parent or the other parent.
So that means there's a lot of abuse out there, women then.
Not really. I haven't seen it, but there are Muslims out there.
I'm saying if the homes are separate, that means a lot of men sleep with women and just leave them. They usually live with their mother.
Yeah, they're usually with their mothers though.
Right. Where the father's at? So the same thing that's happening in America is happening there.
Yeah. It's
Where's the
spread like a disease, though. It's like a disease. I'm like, the further you go out, the more likely you're living with your father. Like my wife, she was living with her father. She was living with her father, and she was a virgin. So that's if the more further you go out from Addis Ababa, the more likely they're going to be living with both their parents. But it's kind of sad to say that there are still there's still no virgins out there. I just say, hey, are you a virgin? That leads to a lot of psychological things.
Don't you think it's because the guys, they go out there and they date these women, and then the woman fall in love with them, and then the guys are no good, and then they leave the woman to the side. So they can't be a virgin anymore. The guys are no good.
Let me tell you the scenario real quick about this. I made some videos with some women, and I posted on the internet. And these women basically said they all dated European men. And I'm like, why are you dating European men? Okay.
Because of money.
Yeah, I know. And that's sad because you should be focused on your own people. You shouldn't be focused. I don't care about money. You shouldn't be focused on money and security like that. These white men come over there. The white men come over there. They have sex with them and they leave and never return. Okay.
Okay, I can understand that. But you think a woman is not going to be attracted to somebody who can provide for their children?
No, it's not about money.
No, okay, it's really about money. Because the first thing they worried about, even if it's not conscious, unconsciously, women are attracted to men who prosper and who have money. Why? Because the first thing that she has to do is what? Provide for that child and protect that child.
That's good. It's good and dandy. But when I talked to the father, I spoke to him that I am a man, an alpha male, and I will take care of her as long as she's taking care of me. That's how it's supposed to be. But there's some guys out there who take advantage of her and they lie. You don't understand what I'm saying? They lie. And I don't do that lying stuff. I don't play that. Okay. I don't want that to fall on me. I don't want no karma. Yeah.
But that's good about Ethiopia. What's your next subject?
Okay. So where's Maurice at?
Word.
That's okay. Yeah. So what's the next subject I have you been bullied on in school, and how did you overcome it? Have you ever been bullied before?
No, I've been bullied before.
How do you handle it?
How did I handle it?
A short temper to be bullied.
I get mad. I get upset, and then we have to fight.
Throw a chair at him. Pick up a chair and throw it at him. Let's not bother you then.
Yeah, you have to fight. I remember.
I remember this kid punched me in my eye, and I was just a little bastard. I didn't fight back. Mom whipped my ass, and she said, "Don't you come? You ain't coming here."
Don't worry, mommy did that to everybody. When we got jumped
I didn't want to fight because I was smaller. So you know what I did, right? I was using psychology. I followed some guys home, and I had broke their windows and stuff, and I never heard from them again. I kind of did some bad things to some bullies. I use psychology. As a matter of fact, when a person is bigger than me, I usually try to let them whip my ass. Okay? The only thing I need to worry about is a name and a location. And the teacher or the principal will basically get them out of the school. I have had that happen on purpose. I would egg the bully on. I said, because I was a small fry. Okay. And so the only thing I could use is threats and verbatim, words. I would say I'll follow you home. Okay. I would say I would get to you, and then they would get scared. And they're bigger than me. And I said, hey, I gotta have ways of getting you. And then next thing you know, they'll stop bothering me. So after I talked them enough, I would try to look out and just, you know what happened? You know how I met my best friend? One of my best friend, because he was being picked on. They were throwing paper at him, and I wanted them to throw paper at him. And I sat, I didn't want them to throw paper at this because he was white. His name was Chuck, right? So I sat next to him, and I wanted them to throw one of them papers to hit me. So I was gonna fuck up everybody in the back of the bus. Okay, I was gonna fuck all of them. I was just gonna snap, but they didn't throw paper at him. And when I sat next to him, I think they had respect for me. They didn't know me who I was, and we became friends for over 30 years.
Really?
Yeah, because of that.
Okay. Yeah, wow, that's a beautiful friendship.
Yeah. He's still over there in Clareton. I come to visit him once a month. He helped me get my wife to America.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
good for
Yep. And he's been helping me. I've always paid him at three times over. Always pay him back. If he gives me something, I always give him 3 times over what he has given me, because his family is, really close. Okay.
Mhm.
And I used to walk in the snow with him when he used to be in the terrace. Bullying is a terrible thing, but you know what I do for a living though? I usually troll people on the Facebook, and I got thrown in jail many times on Facebook for winning the battles. People will report me. I said, how am I getting thrown in jail when I'm just defending myself? Right? Someone would say something, and I'm like, or they get me taken out of context. But when I say something back, it's like, oh, you're the bad guy. I'm like, who's reporting me? It's usually some light-skinned yellow Milano person. That's all it is. I don't have battles with black folks on the internet. Okay? They don't have time for me again. I remember this guy, right? And he was the creator of There was one time some black guy, I said, come into my inbox so we can discuss stuff. Okay? If you want to fight, you put your money where your mouth is at, right? And so he came up to my inbox, and I said that, I looked at him like this. I said, I love you. You're crazy. I said, why do you come? You wanted to fight or something? Have you ever got your ass whipped by a small person? He said, yeah, he has. Okay, but I have no intentions on coming nowhere unless you want to come to me and pay me for whipping your ass. Okay, there's no way. Okay, ain't no black person on the internet wanting to shoot somebody or hurt somebody and waste their time and their life traveling hundreds of miles. You don't know where I'm at. Okay, niggas don't have no time for that. Okay, but I use psychology on the Facebook, and I got thrown in jail for years. I don't know why Zuckerberg didn't shut me down though. I don't know why. I think he likes my photos. Okay, I'm a photographer too. So you've never been picked on before, Thomas?
I don't recall. I probably was too little last time I've been there.
Yeah. Oh man, what about you, Frankie? How do you handle it? You just get mad?
Yeah, I remember I was really young, about 3rd grade. It was this little kid that I consider my friend. This little boy, we both was little boys. I said this little kid, we both was little boys. And this kid used to pick on me at lunchtime every time. I wasn't a fighter. He used to pick on me every time. I just tell him, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. That's why I didn't know how to really handle my anger really well.
Should have punched him in his throat.
Every time, and one time I just snapped and I grabbed his face and I pushed it into the ground until his head started bleeding. I grind his head to the ground, and everybody was like, oh, all the girls was like, oh, why did you do that? I was like, yo, you didn't see this every day. This person
You was the bad guy.
I was the bad guy. I was like, yo, you ain't see this person every day. And that kid had that scar on his head. That kid had a scar on his head forever. He had the same scar on his head. Every time I see him, I see this. Well, I ain't seen him in a while now, but he got the same scar on his head.
Good, you put it deep enough. He'll remember you for the rest of his life.
Okay, so let's get on with the next subject, the next topic, okay? Okay, why I believe fools chase the bag, aka money. Okay, let's talk about that.
I don't call them fools, but I do agree. A lot of people chase money, but they don't realize. I think money is very important in this life. So when we say chase money, how far are you talking about chasing it? The difference is money is just the currency that have to make trades around in this world. And without money, you don't survive. You basically become a bum. You won't be able to support yourself, won't be able to support your family. So money is important. You gotta give it some form of, I gotta go get this money because I gotta survive out here. It's part of our survival.
Right. But the topic is not about it's saying that people who pursue it as their goal. That's what it's mainly about.
Because they lost some of their concept.
The topic came to mind is like I hear a lot of people talk about people like Oprah Winfrey, you talk about the Jay-Z's, You talk about Michael Jordan. You talk about Steve Jobs and all these people who that we see as wealthy. But if you go back into their history, you look at their lifestyle, they never a lot of people, like, in reality, they say, you know what, I'm going out there and I'm going to get this money. I'm going to do this to make money. Not I'm doing this and it's going to bring me money, right? So those people that I just spoke of, right? Those people never those people, like, at one time Jay-Z did chase money. He was on the street selling drugs. But how did Jay-Z make his wealth? Jay-Z made his wealth by chasing his talent. He honed into his talent. He was out there selling drugs. That didn't make him money. It made him it made him some money. But what really made his money was when he started rapping. He got wealthy off of his talent. Steve Jobs, what's the other guy? Bill Gates, right? Those guys probably didn't even plan on being rich. They just said, you know what? I like computers. I'm gonna make something. And this, everybody said, you know what? I want what he made. Michael Jordan is saying, I'm gonna be a billionaire. Maybe he came afterwards. He made some good investments, but his wealth only came because he chased his talent. So that's what the statement is about: is why fools chase money
instead of chasing their talent.
And brilliant people chase their talent. If you want to be wealthy, or if you want to live a good life, you chase your talent. You put your investment.
Or you can say your gift. And as the book says, your gift will make room for you.
Right. Your gift will make room for you. So many people, you hear people on the radio, oh, I gotta get that bag. You sound like a fool. No, chase your talent.
I don't like that. I don't like that term when people talk like that. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's slang. I just hear it.
Let's get one thing straight. We are all older men. So older men don't talk like that. So it does seem dumb to everybody when you say certain terms.
Right, of course.
Because I got a 17-year-old. He says some terms. I just like, what? But we got to realize it's his time now.
Over yeah, like we used to say, the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah, exactly.
On the dog.
Our parents looking at us like we retarded. What you just said? Daddy, the whole 9 yards.
Or you got a dub or something.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
But that was the main topic, was the fact that a lot of people are blinded. And I try to tell young people, yo, chase your dream. Don't worry about the money. The money's going to come.
It will.
Go get wise counsel. Go get wise counsel about your talent, your gifts. If a person has done well in that avenue that you want to go in, if it's a basketball player, if it's an artist, go after that person. Get wise counsel, and it will increase your gift. And once your Christian increase, it will make room for you, and it will put you in an arena of people who can pour back into you.
And it increases your value.
Right.
Well, you got to be. It's all on how you put yourself out there. Because if you don't put yourself out there, nobody won't find you.
No,
right.
but I think the beautiful thing about talents is that that love and that passion you have for your talent. You ever did something and you said, I could do this all day long, and you said I could do this. Like you could do it all. You can wake up in the morning and you say, you know what, I have a desire.
It's the first thing on your mind.
Right, and that's the beauty about somebody who has a gift, is the fact that if you have a gift, a person can try to mimic something. A person can try to mimic somebody's gift, but it's something within that person's spirit that they can keep on going, and they just know which way to go. You ever seen somebody just know which way to go, like know what choices to make? Like that color don't go. Like, so let's say a designer, that color don't go with that color. Like that color don't. Those colors don't go together. But somebody will try to mimic that color or mimic the way they set things up, and it won't come out right. That person can do everything right. It's just a gift. It's just a gift, and they poured into their gift.
Yeah, I'll be like on the YouTube, and I already see some people trying to copy off me. This is why I don't want to. Sometimes it's not wise to exploit your talents to the public, because somebody will steal it. But other than that, when someone tries to copy you, and you are the one who's making it, you got to be careful. You got to put a patent on it. put a patent on your talents.
well, I think you talk about more like inventions. Your talents, it can't be stolen.
I think somebody can copy off your talents. You gotta be careful.
Well,
and
yeah,
then get popular off of something like being superficial. You know how some people watch you and then they take your talents and blow it up off of something you said or something you did, off of something that you did. And then try to they imitate it, but it's never like you. You are original. You will never be copied. You are authentic. But they are the fakers. Okay?
You're right.
But
be careful. Be careful if you put some talents on there. Just be careful.
But that's what big companies. That's what big companies do. Also, big companies now you see and like one of these guys, Bill Gates or what's the other guy named Steve Jobs. You notice after a lot of companies now when they hire you, let's say you're in a creative team, because of Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and things like that, and people like that, companies make you sign a waiver. Anything that you create with their materials, it belongs to them.
Theirs. The universities do that too. Yep.
Right. They make you.
Conrad does it too. All big companies do it.
Right. Now they do it. Because don't forget, that's what happened with Bill Gates and Bill Gates either Steve Jobs. I think it was IBM or Macintosh. They created Windows. They created Windows, but they didn't buy into the system. They left Macintosh or IBM and they created what? Apple.
Yeah.
And look how wealthy they are. One of the probably the biggest company in the world right now.
What, Windows?
No. Well, Windows or an Apple. One of those companies. Windows are Apple.
They both are big.
They both are popular, right?
Yeah, they both huge.
Okay, so let's go on to the next subject, okay? And why do a lot of men run from home to play in the wilderness?
Anybody want to? No, yeah.
What do you mean by the wilderness?
What do you mean by it?
Play in the street.
Explain it to make sure.
Play in the street. Yeah, play in the streets. Yes.
I wouldn't know that because I don't have that experience. So I wouldn't know why they do it.
No, why do you think?
Why do I think they do it? They just not happy at home. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with their spouse. There's some reason why they do it. I don't know.
What about you, Mendel?
I just believe that I know this guy. Every time I meet some guy or something like that who's attractive, and they tell me that they're about to die or they want to kill themselves, I think they're just lying. They're just doing it for attention. And sometimes they could be whoremongers, which a lot of females tend to gravitate towards them. They give them this attention sexually so they cannot hurt themselves, and they feel bad for them, and they have pity for them. Okay, and this is a problem for society when they see guys who are like fuck boys. Okay, and that's the thing I don't like about how guys do such a thing. They're just little boys. They wear a mask. They really just doing that just for attention.
I really just think they don't know themselves. People out there to go find, like, to really find out who they really are. And if you never can find yourself where you at, then you always gonna be running.
Then on top of that, they're raised by single mothers too. They're raised by single mothers too. So what can they do? Okay, right? What can they do?
I don't think it's a single mother's thing. I just think people don't know their true self.
Yeah, but you got to get your education from somewhere, or discipline from somewhere.
And you get your education from everywhere. When I got older, I educated myself on a lot of things on my own because I chose not to be blind to certain things.
Yeah.
So that's still on you.
Yeah, but most of the time, you know how people are like sheep to slaughter. They always just follow.
I think a lot of people just play dumb on that part because you really don't want to know. You got to stay blind to the true fact. And the Bible speaks about educating your own true wisdom. You got to educate yourself.
That's the best thing.
How they say it. Frankie, you probably know how they say it in the book. How they say it in the Bible. You got to read the book for yourself to get your own true understanding of and the wisdom of it. I give you a prime example on that. I tell you, like I tell everybody now, and the Bible says we always created in God's image. Why do everybody look so different then? The same reason why God's message got to be different for every individual. Because he can't speak to Frankie the same way he's going to speak to me. Because the message you got for Frankie, I'm not going to understand it if he says it the same way. So you have to change it. So if you don't want to learn for your own, to study yourself, how good are you trying to be to your own yourself? You're not treating yourself fit.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Maurice? Are you there?
Yeah, on mute.
I'm here. I'm just breaking up because I'm not next to my house and my internet sucks out here.
You know, you're in the boondocks.
Oh, I just died.
Yeah, earlier today, Maurice, we was talking about how Ethiopia was and everything out there was. We was also talking about bullying, okay? And before all that, we were talking about how Biden won by using his fraudulent tactics, okay?
We didn't say all that.
No, we was talking about that before all of the topics, okay? We didn't agree on anything. I'm just saying, I was telling him how that's how Trump would lose.
Yes, there you go. Because I don't agree with neither one of them anyway.
No, that's what they did. I don't know where this melon ballot came from. I was like, yo, melon ballot? Okay.
Melon ballot's been around since the beginning of time. Think about it. They always have computers.
You're supposed to go in person.
They didn't have computers. How do you think they voted?
Yeah, but you're supposed to go in person. I never heard of that. This is the first time I heard of melon ballot. It's the first time. I was under a rock. I was sleeping under a rock, Thomas. Okay. Unless I didn't hear it before. I said, that's not a good way of voting. You know the postal service has its own entities, okay? And I don't trust that. Somebody got to be monitoring that mail, okay?
It's fraud and everything that goes around in this world.
So the best thing for Black Americans to do is stop looking for handouts and stop voting Democratic, because that only creates a socialist economy, which will eventually become like a communist China. Okay, people don't understand it. The more handouts people keep asking for, the Republicans are going to get tired of that. They're not going to settle for that. They're the ones who got the education and the capital. So when they give and trickle down their wealth because of their taxes, that everything else is being paid for mainly through their pockets, I don't vote for neither side. I'm an independent conservative, okay? Or you want to say a moderate. I'm a bit of each of those things. I like the way that things are now, but some things need to be changed. You know, there's some things that need to be changed, right? Just like you, Thomas. And,
I agree.
Yeah, so what else are we going to talk about today? We talked about all of the topics. Anything else we're going to talk about? It's 43 minutes now. There were 2 people watching us.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, there was.
You can be in the corner somewhere.
Yeah, I can see it in my corner though. Can you see the number? Can you see the number?
No.
Oh, only the host can see it. Okay. Sometimes people post things down here. But other than that, we're going to end the stream if y'all ain't got nothing to say. You got anything else to say?
No, not really.
Okay, thank you very much, brothers, for showing up for the stream. As we'll try to do this on Sunday next week. If you got any 2 topics, and if you want me to come down for Thanksgiving, you know where I'm at. Okay, PayPal
I
me.
might add 1 topic now because another 15 minutes would have been good.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead.
All right. No, not now. I'm talking about next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I would like to come see.
I gotta think about it.
All right. You can talk about anything and everything, as long as you don't show a dildo like I did the one day. One day I put a dildo. And they blocked my video. It gave me a strike. I said, I didn't know. And then when I read the policy, I say just say, yeah, it's my fault for not reading the policy, okay, and on YouTube, okay. Well, other than that, thank you very much, brothers, for popping up on there here, and y'all have a good day and a good night. Shout out to everybody who's watching and those who will watch this video later, okay? You can write down your comments below and I'll get back to you. Everything's monitored, screened, and approved, goddammit. So if you have a good roast, it will stay. If you have bad roast and you're an idiot, I'll delete it.
Peace, everybody. I'm out.
Okay.